Most beginners struggle with Mandarin pronunciation, but not because of Mandarin is too hard. The real reason is something most people never realize. They are trying to speak Mandarin using an English mouth, and that simply doesn't work. Because Mandarin is not just about memorizing sound or looking at the pinyin charts, it's actually built on something much more physical: your tongue position, your mouth shape, and your airflow. So in today's video, I'm going to break that down in a way most learners are never taught. And we will focus on one of the most confusing sound groups for beginners, which is zhi, shi, shi, and r. Once you understand how this actually works, Mandarin pronunciation becomes much clearer and much easier to fix.
Hello, my name is Jeannie. I'm a Mandarin coach. I help Mandarin beginners who are stuck at the beginner level to speak their first 5-minute Mandarin conversation within 3 months.
Have you ever heard Chinese speakers say something like thank you, instead of saying thank you? Sounds funny, but there's an actual reason behind it. The tongue is simply not used to a new position, so instead of moving correctly, brain automatically chooses a familiar sound, something easier and more comfortable. And that's exactly what happened in Mandarin. When your mouth and tongues are not trained for new positions, your brain will always default back to your native language habit. So even you know the correct pronunciation in your head, your mouth may still produce the wrong sound because it's relying on old muscle habits. So the problem is not knowledge, it's muscle memory. Most learners try to fix pronunciation by doing things like listening more, repeating more, memorizing pinyin charts. And while these steps help a little, they miss the key step. You're not just learning sound, you are retraining physical movement. That's why progress often feels slow or inconsistent. Because you are not building new sound from scratch, you are trying to override your old habits. And that takes a different approach. So some difficult Mandarin sounds like ji, qi, xi, zhi, shi, shi are all require physical adjustment, like where your tongue sits, how your tongue moves, how open or tight your mouth is, and how the air flows out. So instead of only listening, you need to retrain your mouth step by step. Like practice tongue position, practice your mouth shape, practice the sound alone, practice with tone, practice inside the real words. And repeat this until your mouth no longer think about it. It just does it automatically. Because if you want different result in Mandarin, you have to be willing to speak differently. As Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Let's take one group that confuses almost every beginner, zhi, shi, shi, and r. The good news is they all have a very similar tongue position. So let's build this step by step. First of all, saying things like this when you ask someone to be quiet. Shh. And notice where your tongue is when you say that. Now, on the top of that, gently curl your tongue slightly further back. And then now say the sound again. It will be sound like this. So that small adjustment is the base position for all 4 sounds. Now from here, the difference is not the tongue anymore, so it's the airflow and the vibration. And please notice as well, for all of this sound, we do not move our mouth shape at all. Okay, let's start with the easiest one, shi. So the early practice, you have already know how to say this sh. So you basically have correct. Now what you need to do is say the sh first and then vibrate. So basically this sound is from on vibration to vibration in Mandarin. Okay, so it sounds like this. Sh, sh, sh. Did you notice that? From no sounds to vibration. Okay, so this one is also written as SHI. So notice that for the sh sound, the air flows continuously and smoothly, so nothing actually blocked here. So that's sh sound. Okay, now keep the same tongue position, but instead of letting the air flow freely, this time you slightly block it. So very little air comes out. It feels more controlled, almost like you are holding it back. So it will sound like this. Zhi, 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 zhi. So it's exactly the same tongue position, okay? The only difference is when you say shi, it's an open airflow. So when you say zhi, it's a restricted airflow. And actually, it more sounds like the English just, so without the st part, so just j, j, so that, right, when you're trying to say j, j, zhi, zhi, that feeling. Okay, now we go one step further. So start from the same block position as zhi. Instead of holding the air, we release it suddenly. So a burst of air comes out. So that is like this. Chi, chi. Try again. Chi, chi. So basically, when you say zhi, you control the airflow. So when you say chi, is a release of a burst of the airflow, like all of a sudden goes out. Chi, chi, right? While maintaining your same tongue position. Okay, so that's why this chi feels a lot stronger. It's not smooth, it pops. Okay. All right, now let's talk about the r sound. So which many beginners struggle with. But it is actually simpler than it looks. So start from the position as sh. Now here is the key difference. So instead of starting with a pure airflow, you know, when you say sh, you start with no vibration. But here, you add the vibration from the very beginning. So it will be like this. Another way to feel this sound is by trying this. Alright? So try to say the sh more than 3 seconds. So you know when you say sh, you from no vibration to vibration. Okay? And the transition point where you turn on your vibration is where it becomes r. Okay, so let's try it. Right, ready, go. Sh. Did you hear that? So after you turn on the vibration, it actually all become this r sound. So you can try it yourself. Okay, so basically the key difference is sh is airflow first, vibration after. But for the r sound, you literally vibrate from the very beginning. Okay, let's make this very physical so you can actually feel it. So now put your hand in front of your mouth and try to say those zhi, ch, sh, and feel the air in your hand. So now when we say this one, sh, sh, you will feel a steady airflow in your palm until we start to vibrate, okay? Sh, sh, when we vibrate, the airflow gets weaker. And then when you say zhi, you don't feel any air flows in your palm. But now when you say ch, ch, you will feel a sudden burst of airflow in your palm. And the you almost feel no airflow there because you control that airflow as well. Okay, you can pause the video and try it now yourself. If you can feel it, you already trained the right muscle memory. Now, let's practice some pinyin to reinforce those sounds. So just repeat after me. Shi, shi, sha, sha, sh, sh, shu, shu, shan, shan, shen, shen, zhi, zhi, zha, zha, zhe, zhe, zhu, zhu, zhan, zhan, zhen, zhen, chi, chi, cha, cha, che, che, chu, 出 chan chan chen chen 日日热热如如然然让让人人 Okay, one common mistake that most students make is that this following fourth one, they thought the E needs to be pronounced as normal, but in fact this E here is silent, so they still pronounce as just 知, 吃, 诗, it got nothing to do with the E. Okay, once you're familiar with the new sound, your tongue and mouth position, now you can move on practice them with tones, and eventually you can practice them in the words. For example, the first tone of 诗, you say 诗, okay? A common word is this, 老师, 老师, which means teacher. And first tone of 吃 is this, 吃, 吃. A very common one is 吃饭, 吃饭. That means have meal. First tone of 知 is 知, 知. A very common one is 知道, 知道. That means know or get it. So if you can get to this stage, then you are no longer just learning sounds, you are actually building an automatic mouth habit. But don't worry, this will take some time for you to get there. What you learn here is not just for 知吃诗日, so the same principle applies to 机器息. They also depend on airflow control and tongue position, just in a different way. So if you want, I have another video breaking that down step by step as well, so you can check it here. In the coming video, I will also explain 字 and 词, which complete the full system. So understand this sound is only the first step. So real improvement comes from repetition with awareness. Your tongue position, mouth shape, airflow control, your tone, and real words as well. So you practice until you no longer think about it. Your mouth just does it automatically, because Mandarin pronunciation is not just a knowledge problem, it's a physical skill. So instead of trying to learn everything randomly from YouTube video or apps, many learners end up feeling stuck. Not because they are not trying hard enough, but because there is no clear system to follow. And pronunciation especially is something that needed to be built step by step. That's exactly why I created my program, Master 30 Days Mandarin Pronunciation. Inside, I guide you through a structured path, so you are not guessing what to practice next. We focus on building a strong pronunciation foundation, breaking down difficult sound groups step by step, and training tones in a way that actually stick. And instead of overwhelming you, everything is designed to be simple and practical. So you only need about 15 to 20 minutes a day. There's also a 7 days free tone bootcamp, so you can try the training first and see how it works for you. By the end of the program, you won't just know pinyin, your mouth will naturally produce the sounds with tones clearly and confidently. So one of my students, Lisa, described her experience like this. She said, at the beginning, I was especially worried about the difficult sound, 字词机器息, 知吃诗. I feel that there was just so many to tackle. Another intimidating part of learning Chinese was the tone. Trying to pronounce them really took me out of my comfort zone at first. However, the way this course is divided into small lessons really make it a lot easier to digest. Instead of aimless going back and forth between different parts of pronunciation practice, this course gives me a well-organized study plan and only a few things to concentrate at a time, slowly building up my confidence. If you want to see her progress, I also have her speaking video after 45 days and also 4 months of learning. Now, I would like to know which Mandarin sounds group feel most confusing for you right now. And after today's video, does 知吃诗日 feels less scary than before? Leave a comment and let me know. And if you have any other question about Mandarin pronunciation, drop a comment, I will read them all. So, thank you for watching today's video. I will see you next time.